Bible Mysteries Unsealed, Episode 5, Jesus in India, the Missing Years Revealed. There's a silence in the Gospels so profound it has become one of Christianity's greatest unsolved questions. From the age of 12, when Jesus is found in the temple amazing the teachers, until the age of 30, when he steps into the Jordan to be baptized, the Bible tells us nothing.
18 years. 18 silent years.
No miracles recorded.
No travels mentioned. No teachings preserved. Where was he? What was he doing?
And why would the most important life in history have nearly 2 decades hidden from view? For some, the answer is simple. He stayed in Nazareth, living quietly as a carpenter, waiting for the appointed time. But for others, that silence is a doorway. And on the other side of it lies India. The idea burst into public view in 1894, when Russian traveler Nicholas Notovich published The Unknown Life of Jesus Christ. In it, he claimed that while recovering from a broken leg at the Hemis monastery in Ladakh, monks showed him ancient scrolls. These documents, he said, recorded the life of Isa, a revered teacher from the West who came to India, studied with Hindu and Buddhist masters, and preached the gospel of compassion before returning to his homeland. According to the account, Esse spent 6 years in India learning the Vedas, then traveled to Nepal and Tibet, immersing himself in Buddhist teachings before heading westward to Persia and finally back to Galilee. It's an electrifying idea, Jesus as a spiritual pilgrim, absorbing wisdom from the East before his public ministry.
But is it true?
The Catholic Church dismissed the claim outright. Many scholars labeled Notovich a fraud, noting inconsistencies in his travel records and no independent verification of the supposed manuscripts. Later travelers to Himi reported that monks had denied any knowledge of such documents.
And yet, the theory refuses to die. Why? Because there are intriguing overlaps.
Some of Jesus' teachings, love your enemies, turn the other cheek, blessed are the meek, bear a surprising resemblance to Buddhist principles of nonviolence, humility, and compassion. His focus on the heart over ritual mirrors strands of Hindu spirituality that reject empty ceremony in favor of personal devotion. Even his parables, simple stories carrying deep truth, echo Eastern teaching styles. But here's a challenge. Similar ethics don't require direct contact. Many moral truths are universal. It's possible Jesus and Eastern sages arrived at the same insights independently, or through the common influence of ancient Jewish wisdom.
And yet, there's one more layer to consider.
Trade routes between the Roman Empire and India were active in the 1st century. Silk, spices, and ideas flowed across deserts and seas. Could a determined young man from Galilee have traveled those routes? Yes. Was it common? Not at all, but not impossible.
Some modern researchers have tried to follow the trail.
British writer Holger Custon in Jesus Lived in India argued that not only did Jesus visit India before his ministry, he returned there after surviving the crucifixion, living out his final years in Kashmir. There, in the city of Srinagar, stands the Rosable Shrine, claimed by some locals to be the tomb of Yusuf, a holy man they believe to be Jesus himself. It's a dramatic claim, one that rewrites the resurrection as escape and the ascension as journey, but it collides head-on with the heart of Christian faith that Jesus died, was buried, and rose again bodily, conquering death forever. If he simply lived out his days in another land, the gospel collapses.
So perhaps the question isn't, did Jesus travel to India?
Perhaps it's, why are we so eager to fill the silence? 18 hidden years make us restless. We want every detail, every step, every teaching. But maybe God left that space deliberately, to remind us that the gospel is not about exhaustive biography. It's about divine mission. Whether he stayed in Nazareth or wandered the Himalayas, Jesus emerged at 30 not as an apprentice rabbi or a political revolutionary, but as the Lamb of God ready to take away the sin of the world. And that transformation wasn't about geography. It was about obedience. Still, the story lingers. Because if Jesus truly walked the dusty roads of India, it would be one of history's greatest cultural intersections. The meeting of East and West in a single life, the convergence of worlds. And maybe in a way he did. Not physically, but in the breadth of his message. A gospel that transcends borders, a kingdom not bound to Rome, Jerusalem, or India. A truth as at home in a Himalayan monastery as it is in a Galilean fishing village.
So, was Jesus in India? A hidden pilgrim in the East?
Or is it a legend woven from the threads of longing, curiosity, and imagination?
You decide.
But remember, the power of his message doesn't depend on where his feet walked.
It depends on where his words take you.
Next time on Bible Mysteries Unsealed, Cain's Mark, Curse, or Code. Stay curious, stay anchored, and never stop searching for the truth behind the silence.